Hi BookTube, it's Stephanie. Today I'm going to share with you an Unhaul because I have scrapped some videos and the other one, yeah, I refused to just post another haul, which this kind of is because it's an Unhaul, but it's not a haul. Yeah, I did want to get like at least 15 books here, or 20 would probably be like the better one, but let's just pack these books away so that I get out of my house. So yeah, I have 14 books to share with you and let's get started. The first two ones, I have a feeling that was the wrong grammar, but the first two I have here are just double ups. I got the hardcover of these, so this is book 1, so half of the first book in the Wheel of Time series, and this is half of the second book. I do have one more of these in the paperback, but since I have not gotten that one in hardcover yet, I still have it here. But yeah, this one I'm getting rid of because I already have them in hardcover. Then I have a manga that I'm getting rid of, and that is Yu-Gi-Oh! Volume 1 by Kazuki Takahashi. The reason why I'm getting rid of this one is because this is Swedish translated copy, and I liked it. It's just that if I want to continue, I will get the English ones, either that or borrow them from my library. Then I have one that I should probably have finished, but I just have not had any inclination to pick it up for over a year. I have not actually thought about the book either. It was just that when I looked through my unread pile or like my DNF pile, I want to try it again, or they just rest there for a bit. I will like, oh right, I have you. So Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children can go. Don't have any interest in this. I will actually end with the two controversial ones because that's always fun. So now we are going through books that I've actually finished. This one is Vad du borde lärt i skolan by Thomas Björklund. And this is basically what you should have learned in school but didn't have time for because life. This one just out of date. Yeah, out of date. I read it. It was what it was. And the next one I have here, I will just save until I actually film my wrap up. But that's Läkande örter by Uppål Streisand. I think here's the thing. If I had looked up the title of when I got this, I probably wouldn't have gotten it. And this is Sacred Herbs is the English title. Now, I have read several books like this. This was not anywhere near as good as those. There were not enough information basically. For some of them, for most of them, we got like a good picture. The pictures are great, with a bit of traditional things, but that was it. And then for some, like this one, we got a bit more of the preparation and what you can use it for. So I just found that part a bit annoying. And also, like some of the descriptions, it's like, okay, but like there were one that said, for instance, I don't really remember which one it was, but it was one in the beginning that basically were like, a herb was brought to North America and the Rölleka, and basically it said that it was quickly used by the native community there and that they used it to help with menstruation. And I was like, there were several sentences like that were weird, like, okay, and the author did the same thing when it was like, oh, the natives in South America used it for this, but the colonizers used it like this, and it's like, it was several like sentence thingies that just was weird. And I have read books like this, and this was not anywhere near one of the better ones, so yes. Let's get finished with a category, and that is, I got them because when I looked through them they had pretty pictures. The first one is this one. This is about Greek mythology creatures. I like the art style on this, but nothing new, nothing special, like really. So yeah, it was nice, but someone can have fun with it. Then I have two dinosaur ones. The first one about the 50 most aggressive dinosaurs. Yeah, I can have thoughts about that. Again, I like the art style, but there wasn't enough meat in this. And also, I did consider, I have another one in this kind of thing that's about Vikings, but that had way more information that I actually decided to put it out of this pile and keep it. I might get rid of it one day, but yeah, this one, aggressive dinosaurs, were they? You don't get an answer of why they were aggressive, so someone else can have fun with that one. And then Dinosaur Records, fun one. It was fun to go through, but I think this one, like, I have several books that are clearly meant more for like children in how they are built up and things, but this one just feels like a little bit too for me. And also I have another one that are more for adults. I haven't finished that one though. So let's go with the last non-fiction. Unhauled, Decenniens som förändrade världen. So this is a book about the 2000s. This was so nostalgic when I read it, but that's the thing. It was just nostalgia, and yeah, someone else might have fun with this one. It's an essay book, by the way. So let's go through the last four ones. They are fiction-y. Two of them I have not finished, two I have. So the first one I finished that I will keep so that I can have it in a wrap-up is Grief is the Thing with Feathers by Max Porter. I was so disappointed. I wanted to love this. I did not. I felt like it didn't really have a structure with the story in it. So yeah, that's why I'm getting rid of that one. And then we have Year One by Nora Roberts. So this is a book from the 2 months that I have never done a wrap-up for because it's November and December. This was a body read. Now this is the first book in a new series, trilogy or whatever. This is a prequel that was too long. It should have stopped like here. I can't tell you why it should have stopped at this point, unless you've read it, because that's major spoilery. But basically, the rest of the series follows one person that's not technically in this. I feel like this one, if this had been published like after like 1 or 2 books, it would have been more like, oh, so that's how things happened. But yeah, this was way more of a prequel, and also something happened at the end that just made everything cheapened, and it did not, it left a weird aftertaste in my mouth. So yes, I like the writing though, but just that story, just no. Okay, if you heard me talk about these books, you might have waited for them. I can't do it. So let's start with Jade City by Fonda Lee. I wanted to love this. This is, nowadays I hear people more mention urban fantasy, but when I was told about this, I was way more sold on the fact that it was fantasy. So I think that was one of the main things that bugged me, because I was expecting fantasy and I got urban fantasy. Was not prepared for it, and I was bored. Like, just thinking about trying to pick this up and read it, it makes me bored. I got about halfway. Yeah, bye. And then the next one. I wanted to love this. but I couldn't. There were too many things introduced at once that just made me go. There were so many things introduced that I usually am. This is so controversial, I am aware, but I just felt like I couldn't keep on just rolling with it. I needed some more explanation. And if we ignore the fact that everything takes place in like 2 weeks maximum, and the main issue I had was honestly the basic logic behind why these lodges exist in the States. Because the way this is told is that when the Americas was colonized, these creatures that were in Europe traveling with the boats to Europe, to the Americas. Wow, I'm tired. I can get that. Okay, that's okay. And then these knights and their families, they like followed along to protect the American population against these creatures that they kind of can't see. First of all, no mention of any creatures already being there, which does not make sense. And also the main fact that there is no way that there was no creatures left in Europe, but all of the animals can't have left Europe. So why are Europe just abandoned in this? It didn't make sense, and I got just more and more frustrated, and I couldn't take it. And speaking about which I'm technically not speaking about, but when we are talking about the ticking boxes, the other smart girl who's also chosen for this thing to get into college earlier, she's Asian. No one else in the book is Asian. Ticking boxes. 14 books off my shelves. Not that it helped because, well, except for my non-fiction shelf. That actually got off the shelf. Otherwise, there were not too many books. Well, the 2 paper backs that I have now, hardbacks of, well, yeah, but yeah. I have a hard time hiccups. I have a hard time getting rid of unread books that I feel like I might give a chance. And also when I moved to this apartment, I got rid of so many of those books that I was like, why do I own you? I have gotten rid of so many of them. So yeah. I don't really know how to end this. So yeah, those are 14 books I'm getting rid of. What's your thought about some of them? Especially, please. Well, these 2 probably, but like these maybe. I mean, I haven't heard anyone on YouTube talking about this one, so maybe not. But this one a couple of years ago was so talked about because it was like, oh, Revisiting with Feathers, it's really good. It's this verse novel. It goes really fast. It did, but I remember everyone talking about it. Please tell me that someone else has DNF, Legendborn, and Jade City, especially since Jade City is like everyone is talking about it, and I can't be bothered. Like, I really can't be bothered. So yeah, those are the books I'm getting rid of. I'll see you next time. Bye. That was a long ass exit. Outro is the English word. Great. Bye.